When you picture Antarctica today, your mind probably conjures endless white landscapes, brutal winds, and perhaps a few hardy penguins. This frozen wasteland seems eternal and unchanging, a permanent ice kingdom at the bottom of our world. But scientists have uncovered something that will blow your mind. Beneath those miles of ice lies evidence of a lost world so alien to what we see today that it's almost impossible to believe. Antarctica wasn't always a frozen desert. In fact, it was once a lush paradise teeming with bizarre creatures straight out of your wildest dreams, or nightmares. The shocking truth about Antarctica's past. Palm trees swaying in the warm breeze, dense rainforests stretching as far as the eye can see, temperatures averaging a balmy 77 degrees Fahrenheit, similar to modern-day Kenya. This isn't some fantasy world. This was Antarctica, less than 50 million years ago. Scientists studying ancient rock formations and fossils beneath the ice have discovered that Antarctica was once home to one of the most diverse ecosystems on the planet. But why has this been kept so quiet? Perhaps because what they found challenges everything we thought we knew about our planet's climate history. You might wonder how scientists can possibly know what Antarctica looked like millions of years ago. The answer lies in the rocks themselves. Drill cores taken from beneath the ice reveal layers of ancient soil containing pollen from tropical plants, fossilized leaves, and even the remains of trees that could only survive in warm climates. The evidence is undeniable and utterly mind-blowing. If you somehow time travel to this ancient Antarctic paradise, your tropical vacation would quickly turn into a horror story. The continent was ruled by creatures so terrifying they make today's predators look like petting zoo animals. Forget what you know about penguins being Antarctica's largest residents. The prehistoric continent was stalked by terror birds, 8-foot-tall predators with massive beaks designed to rip prey apart and sickle claws that would make velociraptors jealous. These monsters could sprint at over 31 miles per hour, making escape virtually impossible. These weren't just ordinary birds that grew large, they were specialized killing machines. Their curved beaks could tear through flesh and bone with horrifying efficiency, while those powerful legs could deliver devastating kicks. Scientists believe these terror birds dominated Antarctica's forests, hunting down mammals and smaller reptiles with ruthless precision. But that's just the beginning. The warm waters surrounding ancient Antarctica were patrolled by something even more nightmarish: ancient relatives of the infamous megalodon. These massive sharks, classified in the genus Otodus, could grow up to 31 feet long, with teeth designed to slice through flesh and bone like butter. 2 species have been identified so far: Otodus soovi and the larger Otodus auriculatus. Paleontologists have uncovered evidence that these ancient predators regularly feasted on whales and other large marine creatures. Speaking of whales, the fossil record reveals an undescribed species of whale that was possibly even more terrifying than today's orcas. Even as juveniles, these ancient whales were already the size of the largest killer whales alive today. Unlike their modern descendants, these prehistoric monsters still had teeth, perfect for tearing through anything unfortunate enough to cross their path. Scientists were left speechless after discovering a single giant osteoderm from an ancient Antarctic crocodile that would have reached a staggering 23 feet, 15% larger than the biggest saltwater crocodile ever recorded. Even more shocking, they found evidence of a second, specialized crocodilian species. These heat-loving predators prove just how warm Antarctica once was. But the surprises didn't end there. The frozen continent was once home to giant penguins that would tower over NBA players. Fossils of Anthropornis and Paleodiptes reveal 7-foot-tall penguins weighing as much as jaguars. These weren't cuddly cartoon characters, but powerful predators with beaks built for hunting and the ability to hold their breath for over 40 minutes. Most astounding, these ancient penguins evolved in warm waters. While only 2 penguin species permanently inhabit Antarctica today, at least 16 different species once dominated its tropical coastlines. Ancient Antarctica's skies were haunted by monstrous birds with 20-foot wingspans, as large as small airplanes. The most terrifying was Disornis, featuring bone projections resembling teeth that gave it a freakish appearance as it skimmed waters for prey. Despite their nightmarish look, these pseudo-tooth birds had surprisingly fragile bones, suggesting they were specialized for efficient long-distance soaring. Antarctica wasn't always isolated. For millions of years, land bridges connected it to South America and Australia, creating migration highways for countless species. Dinosaurs used these passages first, followed by bizarre mammals after the extinction. The continent hosted 880-pound Nodiolophos herbivores and strange Victorlamonia with tapir-like trunks. Most surprisingly, marsupials that later colonized Australia evolved here first, alongside fierce predators with saber-toothed fangs. This incredible biodiversity vanished when Antarctica transformed from tropical paradise to frozen wasteland in just a few million years, one of Earth's most dramatic climate shifts ever, the catastrophic event that changed everything. So what happened to transform this lush paradise into the frozen wasteland we know today? The answer involves a perfect storm of geological events that scientists are still trying to fully understand. About 34 million years ago, Antarctica finally separated completely from South America and Australia, creating the Drake Passage and Tasmanian Passage. This isolation triggered the formation of the Antarctic Circumpolar Current, a flow of frigid water that effectively cut the continent off from warmer ocean currents. At the same time, global temperatures began to plummet, marking the beginning of the late Cenozoic Ice Age. The combination of isolation and cooling created the perfect conditions for ice sheets to form. As these ice sheets expanded, they reflected more sunlight back into space, further cooling the continent in a devastating feedback loop. Within a few million years, the paradise was gone, entombed beneath miles of ice. The rapidity of this transformation was catastrophic for the creatures that called Antarctica home. Most species couldn't adapt quickly enough to the dropping temperatures. Some birds and marine animals managed to migrate north, but the terrestrial animals that had evolved specifically for Antarctica's unique environment had nowhere to go. As the ice sheets expanded, their habitats shrank until finally disappearing altogether. What scientists fear could happen next. The discovery of Antarctica's warm past has alarming implications for our future. If such dramatic climate shifts happen naturally over millions of years, what might happen as humans rapidly increase greenhouse gases in just a few centuries? Some climate scientists worry that we could eventually see a return to greenhouse Antarctica, not in our lifetimes, but possibly sooner than the Earth's natural cycles would dictate. The remains of this lost world serve as both a window into our planet's past and a warning about its potential future. Modern Antarctica plays a crucial role in regulating Earth's climate. Those massive ice sheets reflect solar radiation back into space, helping to keep our planet cool. If they were to melt significantly, not only would sea levels rise dramatically, but the resulting change in Earth's reflectivity could accelerate warming worldwide. What lies beneath them? Antarctica's hidden treasures waiting to be found. The La Meseta Formation, where these mind-blowing fossils were found, is just a tiny fraction of Antarctica. With ice sheets 3 miles thick covering 98% of the continent, imagine what else lies hidden. Scientists are developing technologies to scan beneath this frozen fortress, potentially revealing entire preserved ecosystems. Antarctica's transformation from tropical paradise to frozen wasteland represents Earth's most dramatic climate shift ever. When you see Antarctica's ice, remember what lurks beneath: lush forests, terrifying monsters, and an alien world. What other dark secrets might Antarctica be hiding as our planet warms?